Hello, coin collectors out there. Welcome back to the Big D Coins channel. Hopefully everyone is having a great day as always. In today's video, we are going to pop open this roll right here, which I actually got as a Christmas present. So I'm going to try and get this video up tonight on Christmas Day. Might go up tomorrow, the day after Christmas as well. But what do we have in this roll? It says all lead. Now I had to look it up. I had a feeling that these would be steel pennies. I wanted to check to see if lead and steel were the same thing. It turns out they are not, but all lead, good indicator of what they actually are. Now this comes from another cool old coin roll that we see right here. So we have 50 cents worth of pennies, and this comes to you from Carl Larson Bank Supplies in Stoneham, Mass. So very cool. We've seen some very unique old coin rolls so far on the channel in the videos that I've been doing about actually opening up these rolls. So very cool. It'd actually be cool to kind of put together a montage or maybe a video of just all the cool bank rolls or bank supply rolls or paper product rolls that I've gotten so far in looking at old coin rolls. So let's pop this open right here. Now I anticipate that these will be some steel pennies that are dated 1943, so I got to give them a little shake. And noted earlier on one of my videos that generally these are worth around 45 cents. So an entire roll of them, 45 cents at a quantity of 50 would be worth about $22.50. Now the condition of the coins will vary greatly, and as we can see here, it looks like these are all the 1943 steel pennies. I also pulled this magnet off the fridge right here. Now I'm going to use this because if I find one of these that is not made out of steel, so one of them that does not get sucked up by the magnet right here, that might be a sign that it is a super rare valuable era coin in which they actually made some 1943s out of copper. Now the pennies should have been made out of this steel right here. So let's quickly give you an explanation for why these were made out of steel rather than the normal copper. So 1943 was a very critical year for the United States and the United States Mint. America was amidst World War II, and there was an alarming concern because of the copper shortage needed for military supplies to fight the war. As a result, it affected the U.S. Mint and hundreds of millions of 1943 Lincoln cents. So the actual mintages on the 1943 cents, there were 684 million of them that were made at the Philadelphia Mint. So that's probably going to be mostly what we have in front of us right here. Those will not have a mint mark on them like this one right here. So the mint mark, if there is a D or an S mint mark, it would be right underneath the date right there. So if there's a D mint mark, that's going to be a little bit more rare. Those are going to be one of 217 million. And there are also 191 million that are going to have the S mint mark on them. Now, again, I live on the East Coast. As you saw, that bankroll came to me from a company in Massachusetts. So first things first, let's just kind of go through and give some of these the magnet test. So as we can see here, steel is magnetic, so it will stick to the magnet that I pulled right off the fridge. And so far, we can see that all of these are passing the magnet test. Look, I got a whole bundle right there. So far, no luck, but I'll have to go through and check all of these individually, maybe a little bit after I get done recording this video. But before we finish it up, I still got a lot more information to cover. I'm looking for one that's in kind of bad condition, so we'll look at this one right here. Let me zoom in and share with you. So this is the reason why they did not continue to use this same formula going forward, because although these have a steel core to them, they have a light covering of zinc. That zinc was supposed to protect it from rusting like we see right here. However, it was a very light layer, so when these coins circulated in circulation, they got bounced around, they got kind of worn out. That thin zinc layer got destroyed, and then they started to rust and corrode right here. So these coins do feel kind of a little bit more dirty than the normal sense that I'm used to handling, and they also do have some rust to them. But they'll have the same diameter as a normal coin. They're going to weigh 2.7 grams. And like I said, with the Philadelphia Mint coins, those ones will have a very high mintage of 684 million. Now, the reason why I'm giving it the magnet test, or will once I get off screen and started with the coins I've got right here so far, is because there are some that have been graded by PCGS. There's an estimated 12 or 13 Philadelphia Mint Lincoln cents from 1943 in existence that are actually made out of copper. The most valuable, the most rare of them has sold by which was graded by PCGS, has sold for $1.7 million. Very unique item right there, so that's why it sold for so much money. The only known 1943 dated Lincoln State mistakenly struck at the Denver Mint on a bronze planchet has been sold for a record $1.7 million. That comes from a PCGS article dated September 23rd, 2010. So there are around 12 to 13 of these rare era coins that have come out from the Philadelphia Mint, but there's only one of them to have known in existence that came from the Denver Mint. Now, it didn't really have that great of a grade to it. It was a Mint State 64BN, so a Mint State 64 brown coin. And it sold for $1.7 million. I imagine the person who owns that one also owns maybe one of the 1943 Philadelphia Mint bronze or copper cents as well. So let's take a look and see if we actually got any of them that would have a mint mark on them. It is unlikely, but maybe there will be one in this roll. Now, you might have noted that I have made some other videos about this coin topic as well. It's one of the more interesting coin stories out there, which is why I have repeated it a few times on the channel. The most recent video I did about the 1943 steel penny came out in November 7th, 2018, so about a month and a half ago. I also made a video in June, April, and March of 2018, as well as December of 2017. I do repeat some videos on the channel, as you've seen, but I think with interesting coin topics like the 1943 steel cent, it's kind of warranted. All right, so far I haven't been able to come across any any Denver or San Francisco mint, which is kind of a bummer, but to be expected given that these all the person collecting these grew up on the East Coast. All right, thank you very much for watching. If you are into coin collecting, feel free to check out some of the other videos on this channel. Here are a couple of related videos that you might be interested. Thank you very much for watching, everyone, and best of luck coin collecting out there. Enjoy.